Good morning, children. Today, let us start a new lesson in English. Okay. First lesson in your second semester's book. The name of the lesson is The Eyes Are Not Here. Okay. The Eyes Are Not Here is the name of our lesson, and the author of the lesson is Ruskin Bond. So, in your seventh standard, the children who have studied first language in English, do you remember which was the first lesson in 7th standard? Does anybody remember the first lesson in 7th standard? Yes, who remembers? Who is that?
Aniket.
Yes, Aniket. What is the name of that lesson?
Bhakti cult.
Loudly?
Bhakti cult.
But not in social science, in English. First language English. Yes, Rashmi?
A tiger in the house.
A tiger in the house. No? Who is the author of that story? Does anybody remember the author of A Tiger in the House? Yes, who is that? Yes, so it is Ruskin Bond, no? A very nice story, A Tiger in the House. Today we are going to learn another story written by Ruskin Bond. So before starting the lesson, let us know something about this great Indian English author, Ruskin Bond. So let us first of all see his photograph. So how does he look? That we'll see. He's 86 years old, children. He's 86 years old. Next. Yes, see this one. This is Ruskin Bond, 86 years old person. Next. Yes. So this is Ruskin Bond. Remember this face? Yes. Go to the previous page. Yes. Previous page. Yes. Okay. So let us know something about him. So Ruskin Bond, one of the finest storytellers in English in India, was born in Kasauli in 1934. He has written several novels, short stories, and books for children. He was awarded Padma Shri in 1999 for his contributions to children's literature. The Room on the Roof, written when he was 17, won the John Llewellyn Rice Memorial Prize. Okay, let me read it once again. The Room on the Roof. Remember the name of this book, children. The Room on the Roof. It was written by him when he was just 17 years old, and this book won the John Llewellyn Rice Memorial Prize in 1957. Many of his stories are based on Mussoorie at the foothills of Himalayas, where he lives. Okay, so this Kasauli village, where he got birth now in the year 1934, it is located in Himachal Pradesh. So his stories, he what characterized the people of the region of Himachal Pradesh and the people Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh. So geographical features of these regions are explained in his stories. So this is Ruskin Bond. Let us know something more about him. So children, here I have written the names of few important books written by him. First one is The Room on the Roof. It was written when he was just 17 years old, and his very first novel, it won John Llewellyn Rice Prize, right? So just as he was as old as you people, now you are all 16 years old, no? He was 1 year older than you when he wrote this book. Okay, so this is The Room on the Roof. Next one is children, The Blue Umbrella. It is another important book written by him, and this was featured as a film by Vishal Bharadwaj, and it won national level Filmfare Festival Award. Okay, it won national level film award in the section films for children. Okay, so The Blue Umbrella, very nice film it is. You can even watch it. Okay, it is a film featured by Vishal Bharadwaj, So you can watch this movie. Then next one is Rusty the Boy from the Hills. So this is a character built by Rustin Bond. Rusty, the boy from the hills. So in many of his novels and short stories, we'll come across with this boy, Rusty. So Rusty, he is a sensitive man. He is a sensitive boy, and he always lives in kind of what? Imagination. Okay. So imaginative and sensitive boy he is. He's not at all adventurous person, but many strange things happen around him. So very special character, what? Built by whom? Ruskin Bond. Rusky, the boy from the hills. Next one is our trees still grow in Dehra. This is another important what? Book written by him. This one, okay. Susanna's Seven Husbands. So this is also featured as a film. Susanna's Seven Husbands. So Seven Kun Maaf. You might have seen this film where Priyanka Chopra have played the role of heroine. Okay, Saat Kun Maaf, I think the name of the feature film, Saat Kun Maaf. So for this film, this is the base. Susanna's Seven Husbands. Then comes last one. It is a historical novel, children. A Flight of Pigeons. Okay, historical novel it is. So it speaks about 1857 revolt. You have learnt about the first war of Indian independence, no, in social science, 1857 revolt. So this novel speaks about that 1857 revolt through the eye of a small girl. Okay, so this is also made as a film by Sham Benagal. Okay, so in the name Junoon. So the a flight of pigeons, it is a very important book written by our Ruskin Bond. So this first one, the book written by him when he was just 17 years old. Now the Room on the Roof, it is somewhat his autobiography. So semi-autobiographical what work it is, not completely. There are some fictions, but what children, you can say that semi-autobiographical means the boy who is the hero in this novel, no? So here the experience of Ruskin Bond is also explained. So Ruskin Bond, when he was child, no, his childhood was not so secure. So his father means his mother got divorced from his father. Later she married another person, but that person also died because of malaria. Then he had to live with his grandmother in grandmother's home. He faced a few problems. Okay, he felt him as if he was an orphan. Okay, so that's why his childhood was not so secured and safe. So his experience are brought in this novel, The Room on the Roof. Okay, yeah. So now with this brief introduction about the author, we will move on to our today's story, that is The Eyes Are Not Here. So first of all, I request you to watch this movie, The Blue Umbrella. Okay, whenever you get time, The Blue Umbrella, and even you can watch this movie, A Flight of Pigeons. It is named Junoon. It is directed by Sham Benagal. Okay, if time permits, then only you watch those movies. Okay, yeah. Now let us know our lesson today. The eyes are not here. So first of all, let us see pre-reading activity. Next. No, previous page. Next. Yes. See here, children. The eyes are not here. Written by Ruskin Bond. Generally, we notice the physically challenged leading a normal life. Do the physically challenged accept their condition with resignation? Discuss in pairs. Okay. So, do they accept their condition with resignation? You can stop sharing. So, Resignation, anybody remembers the meaning of resignation? Previous year we have come across with this word. Anybody remembers previous year? She accepted her seclusion with resignation. Does anybody remember this word? Which lesson am I speaking about now? She accepted her seclusion with resignation. Who is that? Okay, Soumya Hegde, very nice. If you tell the answer, no, I'll be very happy. Yes, Soumya?
Mataji, it's Bertha's lesson, I think.
No, not it's not Bertha's lesson. Yes, Pannaga?
It's from the lesson A Portrait of a Lady.
Exactly, the portrait of a lady is the correct answer. Okay, so the portrait of the lady, here that grandmother, she accepted her seclusion. Okay, she had to get separated from her grandson, you know, when he started going to the university, when he got separate room. So separation, seclusion means separation, resignation means accepting something which is undesirable but inevitable. We cannot avoid it. Okay, we have to accept it even though it is undesirable. So here, physically challenged people, they have to accept their condition with resignation. So being physically challenged, it is undesirable always. But if we get birth, okay, as physically challenged, then we have to accept it, no, with patience. So that is called resignation. So do all the physically challenged people accept their condition with resignation? So it's not possible, right? So they will be unhappy. Huh? And will they do they want to show it to the people or express it to the people that they are physically challenged? So few people do like that because they will get sympathy from the other people, no? That's why few people with resignation, they will accept their physical challenge, in front of others, okay? But few people, they won't do that. They feel what? A type of ashamed, okay? And few people, they do not want to express it because they want to have themselves protected from the strangers. So here we have a story of we have a story of physically challenged people. First, let us have look into the first paragraph of the lesson. Yeah. Next. Previous page. Previous. Yes. Okay. So let me read out the first paragraph for you. Very interesting incident it is. Okay. So I had the compartment to myself up to Rohana, and then a girl got in. The couple who saw her off were probably her parents. They seemed very anxious about her comfort, and the woman gave the girl detailed instructions as to where to keep her things, when not to lean out of the window, and how to avoid speaking to strangers. They said their goodbyes. The train pulled off the station. See here, children. Here, our narrator, the speaker. Now, what is he doing? He is traveling by a train, So he was alone in his compartment. And what happened? Up to Rohana. Rohana is a station there. Up to Rohana, he was traveling alone in his compartment. Then what happens? A girl enters his compartment. Okay. So he feels that the people who came there, to leave her at the railway station, he felt that probably they were her parents. Okay. So he didn't know. He felt that they were probably her parents because they were very much anxious about that girl's comfort there, especially that women, okay, who came there. She was giving instructions, okay, where to keep her things and when not to lean out of the window. About all these things, she was giving instructions. So it can be done by only the parents, mother, okay, especially our mother. She gives instruction about all these things, no? So that's why he felt that the people who came there to leave her, you can observe the phrasal verb there, children. It is saw off. Okay, see off. I have written the meaning of see off there. To go to an airport or train station with someone who is leaving to say goodbye. Okay, the person who is leaving from that place, no, to that person, if anybody goes there to say goodbye, it is called what, children? See off. Okay, so he felt that the people who came there, or the people who saw her off were probably her parents. Why he felt that they were her parents? Because they were very much anxious about her comfort. Then they were giving special instructions to her, general instructions they were giving. So that's why he felt that they were her parents. Okay, then what happened? As they said goodbye to her, the train pulled off. Now, in the compartment, there are only two people. One is our narrator and another one is that girl. So, let us see next what happens. Next page. Yes, see here, children. As I was totally blind at that time, my eyes sensitive only to light and darkness, I was unable to tell what the girl looked like. But I knew she wore slippers from the way they slapped against her heels. It would take me some time to discover something about her looks, and perhaps I never would. But I liked the sound of her voice and even the sound of her slippers. Are you going? Are you going all the way to Dehra? I asked. I must have been sitting in a dark corner because my voice startled her. She gave a little exclamation and said, I didn't know anyone else was here. Okay, so now what happened? Let us see. This man was totally blind. He's telling that as I was blind at that time, as I was totally blind at that time. What does this mean? He was not blind by birth, right? He's saying that as I was totally blind at that time, he's saying, no? That means what? He was blind at that time. Means he was not blind since his birth. Okay. Then what happened? He couldn't, means he couldn't identify how that, or he couldn't understand how that girl looked. But what could he identify there? He identified that she was wearing what, children? Slippers. Okay. Chappal hakondi, slippers hakondi, because they were slapping to her heels, no? With the help of that sound, he understood that she was wearing slippers. Then he tells that it would take more time for me. I may going to take more time to imagine how she looked, and he's also adding perhaps. Okay, it is uncertain whether he could what imagine how she looks. Perhaps here means what? That word expresses uncertainty or possibility. There is a chance that he may imagine her, how she looked, or perhaps, okay, it is uncertain whether he could do it or not. So he is saying that perhaps I will never do it. I may not be able to imagine how she looked. Okay. Then he asked her, are you going to Dehradun? Are you traveling all the way to Dehra? He is asking. So Dehra, it is the capital city of Dehra. Dehradun is the capital city of which state? Yes, Shriyas? Shriyas.
Uttarakhand.
Exactly. Dehradun is the capital city of Uttarakhand, no? So he asked her, are you traveling all the way to Dehra? Then he found that, okay, perhaps the place where he was sitting. So this person was blind, no? Only what? Darkness or brightness that he could identify. He thought that perhaps he might be sitting in a place which was dark because when she spoke to that girl, no, it startled her. Here, startle means what, children? Surprised. Okay. So his sound surprised her, and she told him that I didn't know anyone else is here. Okay. So that's why he thought that he was sitting in a corner where there was darkness. Okay. Yes. Then next. Fourth paragraph have you completed? Go back to previous page. Yeah, completed, no? Yes. Well, it often happens that people with good eyesight fail to see what is right in front of them. They have too much to take in, I suppose. Whereas people who cannot see or see very little have to take in only the essentials, whatever registers most tellingly on their remaining senses. Okay. So he's saying that what is the narrator, what is the speaker saying here? When she couldn't identify him or when she couldn't notice him there in the compartment, he felt that, see, often the people who can see properly, no, as they will have lot many things to see, everything doesn't come to their sight. He felt like that. Okay. So as they have to see lot many things there, they couldn't notice a few things. But the people who cannot see, no, the people who cannot see, what they can do, they can take in only the essentials, whatever registers. Here registers means children records. Okay. Whatever records most tellingly means convincingly. Okay. Or else it means with a what striking effect. So what registers most tellingly on their remaining senses, which are the other four senses. We have five sense organs, no? So now this person is a blind person, right? So that's why whatever comes to his other four senses, maybe ears, maybe nose, maybe skin, okay? Whatever comes to his mind or whatever registers most convincingly to that person with other four senses, that only he can take in. So that is what he is telling here. I didn't see you either, I said, but I heard you coming. Okay, so he's telling, he's answering her. She told that, no, I didn't notice you. So now he is speaking to her. I didn't see you either. I said, but I heard you come in. Okay. So, ನೀನು ಒಳಗ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. I could hear you coming in. He said, then I wondered if I would be able to prevent her from discovering that I was blind. I thought, provided I keep to my seat, it shouldn't be too difficult. See here, in the sixth paragraph, I didn't see you either. I said, but I heard you coming. So in the sixth paragraph, he was not in the mood to what? Stop sharing. So he was not in the mood to what? ಅವಳಿಗೆ ತಾನು ಕುರುಡ ಹೇಳೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬಾರ್ದು ಹೇಳೋ ವಿಚಾರ ಅವನಿಗಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. He told that I heard you coming in. He told like that, no? But very next, okay, he thought that I should stop her from discovering that I am a blind. Okay. And he thought that if I sit in my place itself, where he was sitting, no, if I continue to sit in that place, then I can stop her from discovering that I am a blind person. So he thought like that. Okay. Now let's see next what happens. Yes, see here, the girl said, I'm getting down at Saharanpur. My aunt is meeting me there. The girl said, I'm getting down at Saharanpur. My aunt is meeting me there. Then I had better not be too familiar. I said, Ants are usually formidable creatures. What is the meaning of formidable, children? Formidable means powerful, okay, or else causing fear. Where are you going? She asked. To Dehra and then to Mussoorie. Oh, how lucky you are. I wish I were going to Mussoorie. I love the hills, especially in October. So now the conversation is taking place between our narrator and that girl. So now our narrator, our speaker has decided that he would stop that girl from discovering him as the blind man. Okay. Then he continues. Huh? So that girl told him that she was going to Saharanpur. So she was getting down in which place? Saharanpur. He had asked her, no, are you going to Dehradun? Are you traveling all the way to Dehradun? He had asked her, right? So for his question, now she is answering. She is telling that I'm getting down in which place? Saharanpur. Okay. So now, where did that girl get into the train? In which place? Who will tell me the answer? In which place that girl get into the train? Yes, yes. Who is there ready with the answer? Yeah. Rashmi and Sriharsha. Yes, Rashmi. Rohana. She got into the train in Rohana. No. Now she is traveling to Saharanpur and our speaker is traveling to Dehradun. Okay. Yes. So now what happened? She told that she is getting down in Saharanpur and there her aunt would come to meet her. Why she might have told this? Okay. So her mother has given her clear what instruction, no? How to avoid the strangers in the way, in which way she had to speak to the strangers. So that instruction was given by her mother. No, now she is telling this man, okay, that her aunt would come there to meet her in Saharanpur. So when she took the name of the aunt, he is telling that no, I will not be too familiar with you. ನಾನು ನಿನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Why? Because the ants are formidable creatures, powerful, and the people who will create fear, that type of people ants would be, and that's why I will not become too familiar to you. So it was the expression given by whom? Our speaker. Then she asks him, where are you going? So he told that I'm going to Dehradun, and after Dehradun, after reaching Dehradun, I'm going to where? Mussoorie. I'm going to travel to Mussoorie, that he told. So when he told that he was traveling to Mussoorie, you are very lucky. Okay, in the month of October, Mussoorie would be very hot. It would look very beautiful at that time. You are very lucky man as you are going there. So that was the expression given by this girl. Okay, let us see what happens in the next paragraph. But before that, let us end the meeting here itself and let us rejoin very fast.